Welcome to React with Alucard, your host, London VK Alucard.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Vampire King himself, London Alucard. I want to welcome y'all to React with Alucard. We're doing a reaction to Ubisoft breaking down Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Hello, this is Akeem Milne, the Assistant Director of Cinematic Design on Assassin's Creed Shadows.
And I'm Jonathan Dumont, Creative Director of Assassin's Creed Shadows. And today we're going to take a look at our reveal trailer of Assassin's Creed Shadows.
From the beginning, we really wanted to try to create this atmosphere of danger. So we're getting glimpses of our Shinobi protagonist, Naoe, as she chases down a target through the shadows. We want it to feel as though she has complete control over her environment, and a real homage to old ninja films where we just get like little glimpses of her in the background, not really sure what we're seeing. And finally we get her incredible reveal here, cloaked in shadows.
Naoe is from Iga. She is a farmer warrior, daughter of Fujibayashi Nagato. She is a capable person, let's say that. As we were going to learn in the trailer, she will be taking on a role of protector.
All I have ever known in my life.
What we're looking at is the province of Iga, the homeland of Naoe. It's isolated a little bit in the mountains, and they were home of the Shinobi. They come from here, or at least a portion of them come from here. And the interesting thing is, once we traveled to Japan and we visited this province, it became very clear how that world came together. Like, so it's sort of isolated in the mountains, sort of kept to itself. It's a very good representation, in my opinion, of that place.
Our land. Our customs. My family. Burns in the name of unification.
So what we're seeing here are the troops of Oda Nobunaga. In 1579, there was the first attack from Oda Nobunaga's clan, and then in 1581, there was a second attack, a much more violent one, where Iga got crushed. And what we're seeing here is the Oda troops marching into the province of Iga.
Bringing split screen into the trailer was part of our attempt at formulating an homage towards a lot of Japanese media and culture. And so we try to incorporate some of that style into the game as well. It's reflected in a lot of our cutscenes and cinematics. And we thought it'd be really cool to bring that on as early as possible. And so we push for it in the reveal trailer as well. It allows us to kind of show off both protagonists at various points in their lives and how maybe that relationship can change over time.
When we have Yasuke that turns around and says,
"You are still a frog in a well, who knows nothing of the sea."
It is a proverb from Japan. For us, sort of resonates with both their journey. As they open their eyes or know a little bit more, things are not necessarily as they seem. And that's sort of a driving force for them. That's what is going to unite Naoe and Yasuke. That's something that's bigger.
The ocean's filled with new ships.
So here we're in Sakai, a big port in Japan. The ships that we are seeing are Portuguese ships. They are a version of the black ships, or a lot of the merchant ships that were coming in and out of Japan at this point. A few came to Sakai, but mostly in Nagasaki, but for the sake of the trailer, it's happening in Sakai.
Sakai! Jin Sakai!
The person we're seeing on screen is Oda Nobunaga. So he is known for being one of the three great unifiers of Japan. A very polarizing character, depending on which side you were.
We're seeing Yasuke's first audience here with Oda Nobunaga, and one of the reasons why this meeting could even happen is due to Oda's deep relations with the Portuguese through trade, which resulted in him becoming quite a force to reckon with when it came to the use of Teppo. All this to say, Oda Nobunaga is an incredibly powerful figure at the time, very important to our story as well.
So that might be him in that outfit then.
There are a lot of speculation about Yasuke's arrival in Japan. The most common one is that Yasuke came in a couple of years before this meeting, and he learned Japanese quite fast, and he was very fluent into the Japanese culture, and it impressed Oda. So his stature, of course, impressed Oda. He was seen as super big. His skin color was one thing as well, that the reports on the Chronicle of Oda say that was the first African man that Oda had ever seen. Oda asked him to stay with him, and this is what we know pretty much of the story of Yasuke. So there are a couple of elements that we will see also in the game that are historical reports of his presence. But then after that, there's quite a bit of an interesting what if with him that will happen.
So they will dive into his backstory.
The initial volley, this is a concept that we had very early on, this really cool idea of the initial reveal of Yasuke emerging from the gun smoke. To us, that really ties him to Oda's battle style, and as probably one of the most important people to Oda in our game specifically. And what we're seeing here is a battle between the Oda clan and another rival clan, as a big part of the unification was taking down some of these rival clans for territory. What we see is Yasuke cutting people down with a great deal of ease. These are all moves that are going to be in the game. We specifically made sure all the choreography shown in the trailer are all taken directly from gameplay itself.
We'll see.
Or choose another path.
One of our big breakthroughs in this game is definitely this element of dynamic time, seasons, and weather. And we were kind of racking our brains with how to depict this in a trailer. And so one of the ways we thought about establishing their relationship was to kind of break the rules of time a lot. We're seeing them out of place a lot. They're seeing each other, but that might not be literally the first time they meet or lock eyes. And what we're seeing here really is kind of a culmination of both of their journeys.
Even though Yasuke has been on a journey as a fighter for Oda Nobunaga, does he think that this is the right thing to do? Now he's confronted to the destruction of Province of Iga, so sort of a tying two worlds together at this point.
In particular, the shot of them in the open field to us is really this moment out of time. It's them speaking to each other on a level that might not literally have ever happened, but it's really the moment that really brings them together. And just like a quick little note here, for those eagle-eyed viewers, you'll notice that the split screen is slightly different here, which was once again a deliberate decision we made. The other one has a bit more of a slant to it, maybe a bit more aggressive, especially if you're familiar with like anime or manga codes, comic book codes. But here, flattening it out a little bit establishes that maybe the relationship is different. I don't want to speak too much about that, but given the time period of our game, unification is a really big deal. And I think the concept of unification can mean very different things to different people. And it definitely resonates differently for our two main characters.
Okay.
We must look for it. Together.
So what we're seeing here is that Naoe and Yasuke do have allies in the world. Like every good shinobi, she has access to a network of spies and people that can help her and trade for information. And we're seeing here is somebody giving her information on the whereabouts of the person that she's looking for. In the game, you can switch between both characters as you please. They do have a life when they're not played, so when you switch back characters, you can see them do something different.
Most of our black box level designs allow for both playstyles to work kind of perfectly, and you can choose the one that you prefer. If you want to go in and just be full of brawn, cut people down with Yasuke, you have that option. If you want to take a sneakier option, well, you'll see what that looks like in a second.
Rebuild.
This is my favorite part. The wink.
A big thing we were pushing for in our trailer was to really humanize our protagonists. Real emotional stakes, make them feel like people you could actually see in real life, especially given that Yasuke is based off a real person. We wanted to be authentic, at least somewhat, to a full breadth of emotions that he could portray.
And follow the blade.
We developed quite a bit of new tools for Naoe and stealth, and one of them is the grappling hook. And the grappling hook allows you to climb over walls that you cannot climb with Yasuke or without the hook, which opens different paths for Naoe. And there's quite a bit of hook points in the game, so within every layout that you're going to see, and sometimes to come in from a different entry point. So it's an integral part of their stealth arsenal, as she can navigate much faster into the open world.
Open world, yeah.
And that's one of the big changes between Yasuke and Naoe. One of the key differences is her ability to take a much more vertical approach. And a lot of our locations are big castles, big tenshu's with these giant walls, and it offers her a whole new vantage point for a lot of these missions where Yasuke doesn't have necessarily the same opportunity.
Now we can fight and hold her own against a few enemies, but she's not a big brawler like Yasuke is to take on a horde of enemies, right? She is light armored and she's quick and she's agile.
And that's definitely one of the key elements, her sheer speed. She's very, very quick and extremely lethal, but as soon as she's seen, the danger really rises for her, and she's got to get out of there as fast as possible. Is destruction in the game, Joe? Are some things breakable in our game, would you say?
Yeah, shit is breakable in the game.
Oh, is it?
Part of our dynamic world and the dynamism that we created for Japan goes also in the low-level destruction. So the weapons that we put a lot of little technological breakthroughs for our weapons, where you can destroy a large amount of props in the game. You can see him plow through the Suji doors. You could, destroy a full market if you wanted with the Kenobo. Obviously, the goal is still not to break everybody's stuff, but Yasuke can do it as well as Naoe, depending on the weapons they're using.
That's right. Yasuke is not the only one that can break through those shoji doors. Naoe can assassinate people through them.
Ooh, that's gonna be so cool.
This is
just imagine like one of them just standing there and you just stick it through the wall. Oh, that's gonna be so
Yasuke
cool.
can carry around in the game. It's called a Kenobo. It's a very heavy weapon that does a lot of damage. It's a little bit of a slower weapon compared to Katana, for example. But it is a weapon that brings a lot of destruction as Yasuke wields it. And Yasuke is a strong man, so he is the perfect candidate to handle the Kenobo in the game.
I said, who do you serve?
The shadows.
We are the shadows.
That served the light.
The hidden blade has two functions, so it can come out as a regular hidden blade, like for stabbing people. But now we can extrude the second portion and flip it so that she has a dual wield using a smaller weapon called a tanto and her hidden blade at the same time. So that's a very fast, damaging situation for most people that are fighting her at that time.
And what Joe touched on is something that I know fans have been wanting for a long time, to bring back hidden blade combat, like being able to just fight with your hidden blade. And we brought that back with the Tanto style. It's very cool, very fast. Once again, very lethal in Naoe's hands. When it came to the name of the game, that was something I remember Joe talking about, making sure we had some sort of base into the original lore. And this line was always something that really stuck out with you. We put it in the trailer as well as a kind of punctuation, shadows. They are working in the shadows to serve the light. And that's always been the callback we wanted to conjure with this. Paired with that is also our renewed emphasis on stealth in this game. There are a lot of new mechanics we've added. There are a lot of really interesting tools we've given Naoe. I think for fans of stealth, you're going to be extremely pleased with some of the mechanics we've added into the game.
Hopefully.
And a little bit on a meta level for both characters. Naoe being a shinobi, but coming from a place that is not necessarily prominent or just at the forefront of the conflict, but a little bit more emerging back from the shadows. It fits with her. And Yasuke as well, coming from a background that's outside of Japan. They are lurking in the shadows, but they are doing so to protect the land. This is a very interesting narrative that will flow towards something pretty positive for us in the game and very satisfying in my opinion.
Thank you so much for watching. Assassin's Creed Shadows is out November 15th, and we cannot wait.
I can't wait to see gameplay on this, man. This stuff, like, that's what I'm really, the trailer, like I said, the trailers be fire. It's the gameplay is where I want to see. It's like, are they going to be having, are they going to be, because I'm not going to lie, what got me into Assassin's Creed is because, like, I like ninjas and shinobis, samurais, vampires. That's what I base my whole channel about, is, like, I like them type of games, like, from, like, Assassin's Creed to the Vampire Masquerade, even DC and Star Wars, I like them too. But ninjas and vampires are, like, on a high pedestal, and then there's all the other stuff, other games and stuff that I'm into, like superheroes and all that, and Star Wars. So, like, this hits home for me. Cause I did, what was it? I did reactions for, I'm still waiting, I can't wait for that Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2 come out. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I did reactions to it. I'll put it in the description. And they be on my tab bar on the right side or left side, whatever side it is. But yeah, if the level system, I did not like that when they start putting that in an Assassin's Creed game, because not having a level system was making it so fun. But then when they put the level systems, like it's like, what was it? You had to, like, if you was facing, like, say accidentally you run across, I mean, you come across a level 3 bad guy and you're like a level 2. You can't beat them. Your weapons can't beat them. Only way you can beat that person is if you have a level 3 weapon or if your person's a level 3. And I didn't like that because it's like that's not what made Assassin's Creed fun. The level system. It was not having a level system and being able to just fight people with weapons in dire needs situations. Like you could have a whole like it was so fun. Like what was it? Assassin's Creed. Like the one with Ezio. Yeah, which one am I? Brotherhood. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. That's one of my favorite. It goes. I think it goes, for me, my favorite Assassin's Creed game so far is Brotherhood, Syndicate. No, Brotherhood, Black Flag, and then Syndicate. And Brotherhood is because not having a level system, and you will fight like, bro, I'm talking you will be having fights with, like, it was a gang in there that were it was wolves. Like they was a wolf group. You had a wolf group and you had the knights. And like when you will be fighting them, especially the wolves, it'd be like 10 of them damn wolves at you. Even with the knights too, it would be like 10 of them damn people, 10 on you, fighting you. All of them trying to come at you. And it was so fun, even though it got irritating at some points, but it was still fun because you can do small things that like stop them from like trying to kill you. Like you could run up a wall, they'll run up it, and you can assassinate somebody right there when they climbing up. You can throw smoke bombs, then kill somebody. You can do double kills. You can poison a person to make them fight their own minions, own friends and stuff. And that's what made the game so fun. But then when they put the level system there, it fucked it up. And I started falling off of Assassin's Creed until they made just the recent Assassin's Creed game and they took the level system off. So I'm hoping they sticking to that in this one and not having the level system on. Don't have the level system on. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are y'all gonna play it? Are y'all excited for this? Look at my buddy, Yasuke! And Naoe's so beautiful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And while y'all down there, make sure y'all bite the like button, bite the subscribe button, bite the comment. Go ahead and comment down there. Show some love. Tell me what y'all think. I like to read them. I like to read the comments and see what y'all think about the game. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. That being said, I want to thank y'all for coming by with React with Alucard. I'm still not, but I know people are gonna probably pay for that pre-order. I'm not about to do that. That pre-order is $129. So you're looking at probably $135 plus tax, because it's $129.99. So yeah, you're looking at probably like maybe $135-ish probably. I know it ain't gonna be no $140. Some people gonna pay for it. I'm just not gonna be one of the persons that pay for it. Let me know in the comments, are y'all one of the people that's gonna pay for it? But it does come with like missions that you can add on to it, and it comes with skin. I'll put it in my thumbnail when I do this video. I'll put the thumbnail trailer of the pre-order thing. so y'all can see what it is in the thumbnail. But that being said, it's been your Vampire King himself, London a la carte, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Take care.